Imagine setting out on a journey in your early 20s, not just to cross a city or a country, but to traverse continents. Envision yourself walking, riding, and sailing across diverse landscapes, deserts heat-blasted, mountains snow-capped, and seas storm-tossed, tallying up a distance that would circle the earth twice. This is the incredible story of Ibn Battuta, a 14th century explorer whose travels spanned over 3 decades and covered roughly 75,000 miles across Africa, Asia, and Europe. Born in 1304 in the thriving Moroccan port of Tangier, Ibn Battuta was raised in an environment steeped in learning and religion. His family were scholars of Islamic law, which played a crucial role in shaping his worldview and his initial motivations to travel. The young Ibn Battuta was deeply influenced by the tales of pilgrims and scholars who passed through his hometown, tales that ignited a burning curiosity to see the world beyond his home. This curiosity was intertwined with his religious education. As a devout Muslim, the duty of Hajj, the pilgrimage to Mecca, was a powerful call to action. But for Ibn Battuta, this spiritual journey was also a gateway to broader horizons, a launch pad for what would become a lifetime of exploration. It was not merely a pilgrimage, but the beginning of an unparalleled adventure. Driven by both faith and an insatiable thirst for knowledge, Ibn Battuta's preparations to leave Tangier set the stage for what would become one of history's greatest travel narratives. In June 1325, Ibn Battuta bid farewell to his hometown of Tangier. His initial journey aimed at completing the Hajj, a pilgrimage required of all able Muslims. The route ahead was fraught with dangers, bandits, harsh climates, and political unrest, but also filled with the promise of divine reward and earthly wonders. His first major stop was Cairo, a bustling metropolis that dazzled him with its grandeur. Here he delved into the vibrant intellectual circles, engaging with scholars and absorbing the diverse cultural influences that thrived in this medieval melting pot. His journey continued through the holy cities of Medina and Damascus, each offering its own unique spiritual and cultural enrichments. These early experiences set the tone for Ibn Battuta's travels. They expanded his understanding of the Islamic world and sharpened his skills in navigating through diverse societies. His meticulous observations and encounters during this phase not only enriched his spiritual life, but also laid a solid foundation for the many journeys that were to follow. After completing his pilgrimage, Ibn Battuta's insatiable curiosity drove him further into the Middle East. He ventured into the realms of Iraq and Persia, regions teeming with rich histories and complex political landscapes. Here, he encountered various Islamic sects, each with its own unique practices and theological interpretations, which broadened his understanding of his own faith. In Iraq, he navigated through cities like Mosul and Baghdad, once the beating heart of the Islamic Golden Age. Despite the Mongol devastations, the remnants of their grandeur and the resilience of their people deeply impressed him. His journey through Persia exposed him to the splendors of the Islamic architecture and the sophisticated social etiquette of the Persian courts. These travels were not merely about witnessing the diversity of Islamic civilization, but also understanding the subtle interplay of religion and politics in these regions. The shifting allegiances and the rise of new powers, such as the Ottomans, provided a real-time political drama that added depth to his travels. The call of adventure led Ibn Battuta to the formidable terrains of the Himalayas. His journey through what is now modern-day Afghanistan and Pakistan introduced him to lands that were starkly different from the arid landscapes of the Middle East. Here, the towering mountains and the rugged trails tested his endurance, but also rewarded him with vistas of breathtaking beauty. In Afghanistan, he encountered the fiercely independent mountain tribes, whose hospitality amidst harsh conditions left a lasting impression on him. Crossing into the Indian subcontinent through the Khyber Pass, he stepped into a region that was a melting pot of cultures and religions. The presence of Buddhism in these areas, particularly in regions like Kashmir, added a new dimension to his understanding of religious diversity. This segment of his travels was not just a physical challenge, but also a profound cultural and spiritual exploration. The interactions with Buddhist monks and the witnessing of their religious practices provided Ibn Battuta with insights into a philosophy vastly different from the Islamic doctrines he grew up with. Upon reaching India, Ibn Battuta found himself in the court of Sultan Muhammad bin Tughlaq of Delhi, a ruler known for his eccentricity and intellectual prowess. Here, Ibn Battuta was appointed as a qadi, or judge, a role that immersed him deeply into the societal and cultural fabric of India. His writings provide a vivid account of the lavish court life, the complex caste system, and the colorful religious festivals of Hinduism, which fascinated him. His tenure in India was marked by the contrast between the grandiosity of the Sultan's court and the stark realities of life outside the palace walls. The religious diversity of India, with its mix of Islam, Hinduism and Jainism, offered a complex tapestry of beliefs and practices for him to document. His accounts are particularly valuable for their detailed descriptions of the social and political life in medieval India, including the challenges faced by the Sultanate due to rebellions and the threat of invasions. Ibn Battuta's observations during his stay in India highlight his adaptability and keen analytical skills as he navigated through the intricacies of a foreign culture and legal system. Continuing his journey, Ibn Battuta sailed to the Southeast Asian region, visiting the Maldives and then Sri Lanka. In the Maldives, he once again served as a judge, getting intimately involved in the local governance. His stay highlighted the strategic importance of the islands as a maritime hub and their unique matriarchal society, which was distinct from anything he had previously encountered. In Sri Lanka, he climbed the famous Adam's Peak, revered by many religions as a holy site. This climb, as he noted, was both a physical and spiritual journey, reflecting the religious syncretism that characterized the region. His subsequent travels to the Southeast Asian mainland brought him into contact with the powerful kingdoms of the area, where he served in various diplomatic roles. These experiences enriched Ibn Battuta's understanding of the maritime trade routes and the cultural exchanges that occurred along these waters. His detailed accounts of the political structures, religious practices, and the economic activities in these islands provide a crucial snapshot of early maritime Asia. Reaching further east, Ibn Battuta arrived in China, a land vastly different in its customs, governance, and lifestyle compared to the Islamic world. Here he marveled at the grandeur of the Yuan dynasty's achievements, particularly under Kublai Khan's rule. His descriptions of the porcelain towers, bustling markets, and the advanced canal systems offer a glimpse into China's sophisticated society and its technological advancements. Ibn Battuta spent time in cities like Beijing and Guangzhou, noting the harmony in which various ethnic groups and religions coexisted under the Yuan administration. His observations on Chinese craftsmanship, naval technology, and the overall level of prosperity provide valuable insights into China during the medieval period. This part of his journey underscores the breadth of Ibn Battuta's travels and his ability to adapt and appreciate a culture so distant from his own. His writings from this period are crucial for understanding medieval China's position in the global trade and cultural exchanges. After his extensive travels across Asia, Ibn Battuta turned his attention back to Africa. This time, he explored the eastern coast, visiting the thriving Swahili city-states that dotted the Indian Ocean coastline. His journey then took him deep into the interior of West Africa, to the Empire of Mali and the legendary city of Timbuktu. These regions, rich in gold and culture, were at the height of their power during his visit. His accounts provide some of the earliest and most detailed descriptions of sub-Saharan Africa's complex societies and their sophisticated systems of trade and governance. He was particularly struck by the religious zeal of the Malian people and their integration of Islam into daily life, which differed significantly from the practices he had seen in other parts of the Muslim world. Ibn Battuta's African adventures highlight his enduring curiosity and his skill in navigating diverse cultural landscapes, providing a rare and valuable perspective on medieval African civilizations. After nearly 3 decades of continuous travel, Ibn Battuta finally returned to Morocco. His homecoming was celebrated, but the wanderlust that had driven him across continents could not be easily quelled. He soon set out again, this time exploring the Iberian Peninsula and venturing into the Sahara Desert, places that, though closer to home, were imbued with their own set of mysteries and wonders. These later travels, though less extensive than his earlier journeys, were no less significant. They allowed Ibn Battuta to reflect on the immense cultural, religious and geographic diversity he had experienced. His later writings, filled with comparisons and reflections, offer insights into the changes within the Islamic world and the new dynamics at play as he approached the twilight of his life. Ibn Battuta's contributions to geography and cultural understanding are immense. His travelogue, the Rihla, remains a vital historical document, offering a comprehensive look at the medieval world through the eyes of a Muslim scholar. His keen observations and detailed descriptions have made the Rihla a valuable resource for historians and geographers alike. Beyond the academic realm, Ibn Battuta's legacy lies in his insatiable curiosity and his ability to embrace and document the diversity of the human experience. His journeys broke cultural barriers and expanded the boundaries of the known world. Today, his life inspires not only scholars but also modern adventurers and globetrotters, embodying the spirit of exploration and the joy of discovering the unknown. Ibn Battuta's travels were more than just a series of journeys. They were a continuous quest for knowledge, understanding, and spiritual fulfillment. His life challenges us to see travel not just as movement through space, but as an expansive journey into the cultures, religions, and ideas of others. His enduring curiosity, adaptability, and respect for diversity offer timeless lessons for navigating our increasingly interconnected world. The footprints of this eternal voyager stretch across continents, through myriad cultures, and into the depths of some of the most significant historical moments of the medieval era. Ibn Battuta's legacy is a testament to the power of human curiosity and the endless quest for understanding, a legacy that continues to inspire and enlighten us centuries later.